it's Bashi. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. I hope you all as excited as I am to step into 2025 with a fresh new mindset and a brand new setup. There's something so special about the beginning of the year. It's like turning the page to a blank chapter full of possibilities and opportunities to grow. For January, I wanted to go with a theme that's bold, playful, and a little unexpected. After brainstorming a bunch of ideas, I finally landed on a playing cards theme. I thought it would be the perfect mix of classic and creative to kick off the year. It's got this super striking vibe with all the red, black, and white. And honestly, it's been so much fun to put together. Let's get started. For the cover page, I wrote January in elegant calligraphy right at the center, surrounded by all the playing card symbols: hearts, spades, clubs, and diamonds. To make it extra special, I added decorative details to each symbol, giving them a unique, ornate twist. Honestly, drawing all these intricate designs was no joke. It took hours and so much patience to get everything just right. There were moments where I wondered if I'd ever finish, but seeing the final result made it all worth it. I used a classic color palette of black, red, and white, which added so much depth and character to the page. The red gave it a bold and vibrant feel, while the black added elegance and contrast. And the white background tied everything together with a clean and timeless vibe. Originally, I wanted to post this video on my birthday, which was January 3rd, as a fun way to celebrate. But honestly, I used to get really stressed about timing my uploads perfectly. I'd always want to post on specific dates, but it didn't always work out, and that would make me feel overwhelmed. So I've decided to give myself a little grace and just upload when I'm ready, without putting too much pressure on myself. That way I can focus on creating something truly proud of, like this setup. Even though it's a bit late, I'm so happy to finally share it with you. It's a bold yet classy design that really sets the tone for the theme, and I'm thrilled with how the colors pop and give it such a striking yet cohesive look. Next up, as always, is my card page. Before writing the card, I wanted to add something eye-catching to the page, so I drew two playing cards at the top of the page to make it beautiful and cohesive with the theme. For this month, I chose the quote, "It's not about the cards you're dealt, but how you play the hand," by Randy Pausch. Isn't that such a great reminder to start the year with? I thought it fit the theme perfectly while also giving the extra motivational push we all need in January. I kept the design simple yet elegant, writing the card in a clean serif font and highlighting some words using calligraphy. Now on to the calendar page. This layout is a bit different from what I usually do. For January, I decided to go with a big bold squares for each day to give myself plenty of space to plan. At the top of the page, I wrote January in big block capital letters to make a statement. For the grid itself, I used both black and red ink, keeping it simple yet striking. Nothing too fancy here, just the grid and numbering each box to keep things functional and clean. One of the main reasons I went with this layout is because I have my exams throughout the month. Having big squares make it so much easier for me to visualize my timetable and stay on track. I'm a very visual person, and seeing everything laid out like this really helps me stay organized and less overwhelmed. If you have already seen it, while working on the calendar, I actually made a mistake and accidentally drew a wrong line. Thankfully, I was able to fix it using white jelly roll pen, and it's barely noticeable now. Next to my calendar, I had a little space left, so I added my TikTok and YouTube growth trackers there. To tie it with the theme, I used black and red for those as well. This minimalist approach felt perfect for kicking off the year with a fresh and organized vibe. I'm really loving how the colors pop and complement the overall theme. Now for the trackers, my favorite part. For the mode tracker, I drew 31 mini cards arranged in a spiral, with each card representing a day. To add a bit of beauty and elegance, I drew a wine-like design behind the cards, which adds this whimsical touch to the page. I'll color in each card based on my mood, and I think it's such a fun way to visualize the month. After the mood tracker, the next page is dedicated to my study tracker. This time I divided it into two sections, one for phone and the other for study. The goal is to track my screen time alongside my study time throughout the month. The idea is simple but effective. The aim is to spend less time on my phone and more time being productive with my studies. It's a motivating way to stay accountable and keep my priorities in check. This time I decided to skip the habit tracker entirely, as I wanted to focus more on keeping things manageable with my busy schedule. Even without it, the theme feels complete, and I'm really happy with how cohesive everything looks. Now for my weekly spreads, I kept the layout super simple and functional, with plenty of space to jot down all my tasks and plans. I wanted to make sure it stayed practical for my busy schedule, but I couldn't resist adding a bit of charm to each section. In the corners of every box, I drew small suit icons, hearts, spades, clubs, and diamonds, which are tiny yet impactful details that bring the playing cards theme to life. To keep the headers cohesive with the overall aesthetic, I choose a bold serif style font that complement the traditional vibe of playing cards perfectly. And that's my January setup. I'm obsessed with how this theme came together. It's playful, bold, and such a fun way to start 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more bullet journal inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, happy journaling.